The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact decided Poland's fate on August 23, 1939. Article 2 from a secret additional protocol divided Poland between the Nazis and the Soviets. The Soviets would attack the areas east of the river Vistula, while the Nazis would attack the areas west. As retaliation for the non-aggression pact formed between the Nazis and the Soviets on August 25, 1939, the British formed an agreement of mutual military assistance with the Polish. Article 1 of the agreement essentially stated that if, in quote, a European power attacked Poland, England would provide military assistance. I wonder who that European power was. The Nazis invaded Poland on September 1st, and Hitler tested his new strategy of blitzkrieg, in which the aggressor would quickly use tanks combined with close air support to quickly destroy the enemy. 2 days later, the British declared war on Germany, and the French followed with that as well. Nevertheless, Poland was hopeless, and they were destroyed by October 6, 1939. The non-aggression pact got the Soviets off the Nazis' backs and gave the Third Reich more living space, or as Hitler called it, Lebensraum. Without a two-front war, this allowed the Nazis to swiftly wipe out France and push westward. Eventually, Hitler broke Article 6 of the pact when the Nazis, with some help of the Finnish army, began Operation Barbarossa on June 22, 1941. Barbarossa was a failed offensive for the Germans, causing a staggering amount of casualties for both sides. This marked the beginning of the end for the Third Reich and signaled hope for the Allies. What if Hitler and the Nazis could not negotiate a pact with the Soviets? How would the world react to Hitler invading Poland? British-Polish mutual military assistance formed as a retaliation to the German-Soviet non-aggression pact. This mutual military assistance will not exist. Hitler postponed the invasion date from August 26 to September 1st when the British made the alliance with Poland. Timeline Hitler would have invaded on August 26 instead. Poland would have still had an alliance with France though. In 1921, the French and Polish governments created a military alliance that lasted throughout the interwar period. It would have been France who declared war on Germany first. Britain would have instead followed because of mutual alliances with France. In the real timeline, France betrayed Poland as the French ratified the treaty 4 days into the German invasion. The Soviets would have declared war on both Poland and Germany, as the Russians have considered the Polish as enemies throughout history, and they would have seen Germany as trying to expand their borders closer to the Soviets. It would have been a two-front war for Germany since day one. The Soviets would also have a two-front war on their hands from the start, technically a three-front war if you include the winter war they had with Finland in 1939. Because of all the fighting, the USA probably would have seized all of its assets from Japan in 1939. Thus, a Pearl Harbor style of attack would have happened as early as 1940. Hitler not signing a non-aggression pact would have acted as a catalyst for the war, thus ending the European front as soon as 1943. The Pacific front would have been much bloodier, as the US would have Britain and Russia helping along the way. The US would have developed the atomic bombs at the same time, regardless if Hitler would have signed a non-aggression pact or not because of scientific limitations. If Hitler did or did not sign a non-aggression pact, tens of millions of people would have lost their lives along the course of this war.